Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Majestically Maya. I'm wearing the jacket. We customized it, so now it says Mrs. And then on the back it says Since with the year. Today I'm just going to show you how I made his original jacket, which was a little too small. Here's some photos of us in our wedding jackets that were inspired by an Etsy company called Epic Tees for You. I decided to DIY these jackets so that we can have blue and pink because I thought that would look really cute. Before getting started, since I was pleased with the letters on the old jacket, I'm using the grid to determine the size of the letters that I'm going to cut out today. After comparing the letters and numbers to the cutting board, I feel confident in determining the proper placement for the letters and the sizing in the Cricut design space. And so here in Cricut design space, I'm just getting rid of the Mrs. and Cents and 22 because my jacket is fine as is. The last step will be to resize the letters, but since I've already done this project, they're already perfectly sized. Because I'm a visual learner, I like to make sure that I spell out whatever it is that I'm creating so that I can ensure that all of the necessary letters and characters are present in my design before I cut. Be careful as you shift your design because you may accidentally overlap something, which means that you won't have the perfect shape that you're hoping for. And you're going to waste vinyl because you're going to have to cut whatever it is again. And so as you can see there, the letters that began to overlap will turn yellow, and that is your indication that you need to fix whatever is touching. Honestly, at this point, I'm pretty confident that I have all of the letters that I need. And now I'm just going to restructure them so that I can save the most amount of vinyl. After restructuring the layout of the letters, it's apparent that the bottom right quadrant of the screen is where the excess vinyl will be that I'll have the chance to save later on in this video. And now I'm just going to go ahead and connect to my Cricut machine so that we can get the process started. I had to go back and mirror the image, so you'll see that in a second. Yeah, so now I've gone back, going to mirror the image. And now you'll see that all of the letters are flipped. This is very important because the particular vinyl that we're using for this project, it feels like velvet, okay? And so the velvet side will be face down. So you have to cut your image backwards so that after cutting the image, you can place it on the garment in the right origin. So the sticky side that's going to melt when you iron it on, that'll be face down on the garment, and the velvet side will be upright. This is how the cutting process appears on your screen. You get sort of a countdown and it tells you that it's detecting the machine and then it's cutting. This cut took about 5 minutes to complete, and it includes all of the letters and the letter 0, excluding number 2. This is how the machine looks when it is doing the cutting of the vinyl, and of course the velvet textured half of the vinyl is face down and it has a clear backing, which we'll see later as I'm placing the letters on the garment. And just like that, we're done. We're going to repeat the same process for the number 2. Make sure that the image is mirrored, and then we're going to select the material. Scroll down to the iron-on flocked material, and we're going to start the process. And that is done. Next, we have the weeding process, which is the act of removing the vinyl that we cut so that we can show the negative spaces. First, I want to remove that quadrant so that we can save that vinyl. If you're new to weeding, it's best that you refer back to your original image as you are removing the negative spaces, because if you remove something that is supposed to stay intact, you're going to have to cut the design again. Okay, so use that as a reference. Save yourself the vinyl, save yourself some money. The weeding process can become quite challenging depending on the intricacy of your design. So just keep that in mind as you are removing the negative space. You just got to make sure that you get everything before you iron on your design. So as you can see here, I've moved down to the 0 and I have skipped one of my R's, but I'm going to go back and get that one. It's almost like a reverse puzzle. This is how it looks. Oops, forgot a piece. And now moving on to the number 2. Okay, so I fast forwarded to the iron on process. Once you've weeded all of the letters, you have essentially a large sticker or almost like a patch. I like to cut between each letter so that I can place them exactly how I want them to be on the garment. And then I press down with my easy press so that it adheres to the fabric. And then I iron over all areas of the image. Okay, so Mr. was pretty easy. But you'll see here that even though I've already ironed over Married and 20, I'm going to encounter an issue that I've never encountered before until I recorded this video. And there it is. So I told myself, don't panic, don't panic. All you can do is iron over it again. Align it to the best of your abilities and go over it with your iron. Make sure that your garment is flat. And you're going to put that vinyl right back over it to hold it in place, and then you're going to iron over it. It's not a big deal. And I definitely wanted to make sure that it was going to adhere to the fabric. And voila. Thank you for stopping by for this DIY. See you later. Bye-bye.